In the heart of Manhattan lies Central Park. Though many see Central Park as an oasis of nature in the bustling city, it also serves as a public outdoor museum, home to fountains, monuments, sculptures, playgrounds, and benches that are dedicated to a variety of historical figures. There are 22 statues strategically placed throughout the 2.5-mile park, all of which are dedicated to male historical figures. The representation of historical female figures does not seem to exist. As such a large, vast area in the center of Manhattan, there's plenty of room for historical statues and commemoration memorials, yet the overwhelming majority remain male. The few monuments commemorating women include a sculpture of Alice in Wonderland, a fictional character, a fountain dedicated to American journalist Sophie Loeb that exists within a playground dedicated to a male. And last but not least, a statue of Shakespeare's fictional character Juliet, wrapped in the arms of Romeo, of course. The only monument dedicated to a historical female figure is the reservoir, named in honor of Jacqueline Kennedy, which many still know as the Central Park Reservoir. A beaten-up wooden sign instead of a stone-engraved plaque represents the landmark that was renamed after the First Lady, not specifically created in memory of her. Central Park serves as an institution where its museum-like atmosphere proposes to educate viewers on the historical figures that may have helped shape the city of New York. Among these male statues are Polish King Jagiello, Scottish novelist Sir Walter Scott, and Ludwig van Beethoven, a German composer, who all seem less relevant in New York history than Billie Holiday, one of the most influential jazz singers of New York City in the 1920s, or Gloria Steinem, commemorated only by a small bench rather than a powerful bronze figure perched gracefully on a stone platform. This brings us back to Haraway's piece. Haraway claims knowledge is socially constructed, an idea that proves to be true and can easily be seen when walking the grounds of Central Park. Statues are memorialized to a point where certain figures of history in specific racial or social groups are overemphasized, building a skewed history that seems to be dominated by wealthy white men. Similarly, Stuart Hall's piece, New Ethnicities, examines the poor language choices incorporated in historical narratives and highlights the misrepresentation, or lack of representation, of different social groups, as well as a sudden creation of new ethnicities by those who deem themselves minorities simply because of their differing social beliefs. Both authors scrutinize historical representation and show the consequences of miswritten historical narratives and an overarching patriarchy that is also ingrained in Central Park, as well as our media and many other institutions. Misrepresentation continues to operate in our society and is found deeply rooted in a variety of institutions, such as museums, schools, media, the corporate world, and many others. Central Park's natural beauty draws the attention of many visitors, yet oftentimes one fails to recognize the not-so-subtle patriarchy in the form of these bronze statues. When visiting Central Park or another institution that includes historical narratives, I encourage you to recognize the power of patriarchy and to advocate for accurate representation of the powerful females who have shaped our society.